Hello, Crabfu here. This is a video review for the RKH complete upgrade. Just to warn you, I'm going to ramble on about this, so if you're interested in just watching the flight video, go ahead and skip to the end. So first thing I want to go over is the good and the bad, so let's start with the bad. Skids, these are the carbon fiber skids. They pretty much broke right away when I had a bad crash, and I tried gluing it back together, but the structural integrity is gone, so I pretty much just lost that piece right away. Another thing, this carbon fiber rod where it goes into the frame, the hole for it is a little bit too small. The front one fits perfect. The back one, the diameter of the hole is a little bit too small, so I had to drill out a little bit to fit that in. The holes for these little screws are too small too for this one, as well as the top one. It's almost like they have no thread to them, so then you just kind of have to torque it in. This swivel piece where there's metal and to plastic, as well as the swash plate has the same kind of thing, little swivel thing going on. You want to make sure that you put some lube in it, because when I first got this, it was a tiny bit catchy. Same with the swash, enough to kind of give it a little bit of toilet bowl effect. So I put ceramic grease there because it's got to be since there's plastic in it, you don't want to put just any kind of lube. It has to be plastic friendly. So silicone oil will work just fine too. Just make sure it's super thin and plastic friendly. Another thing to note, like an idiot, I didn't read the instructions, and I didn't have the silicone rings and had that washer on at first, so that was giving me toilet bowl effect as well. So you want to make sure that if you have the blade grips and the hub from RKH, make sure that the washers are not in there, and most importantly, make sure you pop these little rings out of the stock one and put it into this. Otherwise it'll be too loose. And then just overall, you want to make sure that everything is as loose as can be. It should be really free flowing like this. Another thing to note is that with the tail upgrade, you do need to desolder the wires and then solder back the connectors to get it through. Otherwise it's a pretty solid fit there, as well as in here. It makes it really solid. Okay, let's talk about the good. First, the weight. This is flying weight without the canopy of the RKH complete upgrade, and without the skids as well. And we're looking at 100.1 grams. So compared to a stock one here, this is completely stock with battery but no canopy as well, and we're looking at 99.7. So the weight increase is almost nothing, not enough for me to notice anyway. Previously I had put, if you look at my other videos, you'll see that I mounted a camera in the front of this that's about 19 grams. So adding that much weight, it's still very flyable, so I knew that I could carry quite a bit of weight, but I didn't expect the stock and the CNC parts to be almost identical, at least so little weight increase that's not noticeable, so that's great. This is the prototype fly bar from RKH, and I'm actually recommending them to just go ahead and sell this because it's really great. It's pretty light. This is much stiffer. This carbon fiber rod is about the same diameter as the tail, and so it's not going to bend. This is carbon fiber as well, really thin, tiny bit bigger, but overall light and pretty quick. So I'm loving this fly bar here. For the swash plate, you can put in these different links. This is the longest throw, but it also come with some of these different size ones as well. Overall, this throw at the longest link is quite a bit more than the stock one. And it's actually a little bit less than the RakonHeli one. The RakonHeli one has pretty long balls on those. However, you can put these links on the inside from the servo, so overall this gives you a lot more throw than the RakonHeli one, and a whole lot more than the stock one. So with a RakonHeli, previously I was flying with dual rates at 100 and with no expo. With a stock, I was flying high dual rates as well, but with positive expo of about 50, so that it feels more control, more twitchy. On this, I actually had to tone down the dual rate to a lower rate, the default lower rate from the 5-in-1, just so that on channel 5, just so that it's more manageable inside of a small flying area. For outside, it's fine on the high rates, but inside, I find that it's actually a little bit too twitchy. So I'm actually really happy to find something that's too twitchy. Also, I was worried about this might be too much torque for the servo, but it turns out to be so far just fine. I haven't had any issues with it since I added in some lube again in there, just so that everything's a lot smoother going, and the servo has no problem torquing it even under load. It seems to do just fine. Overall, I really love this upgrade. It's a lot more precise. It's much stronger. Performance increase. It feels much more like a CP helicopter. Not so much how it flies, but just how responsive it can be. So the bad part about it is that, of course, you're replacing almost every part of this thing. So it's quite costly with replacing it with metal compared to plastic. However, by the time you get done upgrading that, you have enough parts to build up another one, practically. I mean, minus the hardware or the electronics and bits and pieces of the hardware, you can pretty easily build up another helicopter. You can pick between the red anodized aluminum or the black and silver. The red looks really great with this red canopy here. So anyway, let's see some flight videos. Oops. See the damage. Looks okay. Oops.